If you're running a coaching business and you're not quite getting the results that you want, not getting as many clients as you'd like, not getting as many leads, it might have nothing to do with the actual value that you're giving out in your lead magnets. It might be that nobody's looking at them, nobody's taking that value on. Now, why is this happening? It's hard for you to know because you don't have any insight as to how people are using it. I figured out a better way to get real engagement and real insight using a quiz funnel. I've implemented it for myself and a couple of clients, and in this video, I'm going to go over what is a quiz funnel, why it's useful, and how to set one up. All right, so what is a quiz funnel? A quiz funnel is essentially a dynamic fillable form, a multiple choice questionnaire where a lead can go in, answer a couple of quick questions, and then based on their outcomes in those questions, what they've chosen, A, B, or C, get dynamic results pre-written by you specific to their case. From there, we can then follow up with an email sequence and see if they're willing to take the next step based on your results that you've already given them. So this isn't just another boring questionnaire where you ask them a couple of questions, a sales form in disguise, as I like to call it. This is about giving them real insight and real value by asking proper diagnostic questions that make them think, make them realize, even without the results page, where their problems actually are. So as an example, one of my clients is a business coach, and he's using a quiz funnel with 4 different categories. There's marketing and storytelling, there's mindset, there's operations, and finance. And if someone goes through that quiz, they're able to see where their biggest problem is and what they need to focus on. Interestingly, it's mindset more often than not. But any one of those areas, they get a score from low, medium to high on how to improve. So 12 different potential outcomes. So with this information, he's then able to speak on a macro level about his audience's greater problems. If everybody's having mindset issues and no one's having trouble with finance, there's no point in talking about finance as a problem. Also, on a micro level, when he speaks to an individual lead, he knows exactly what they're struggling with. He can speak specifically to their problems and how to solve them versus the next lead who has a different problem. Maybe their problem is finance. Once you have this information, you can then go on a micro level, look at a particular lead, see exactly what they've answered to all of the questions, and create content just for them as a potential avatar, as an ideal client. If they're the sort of person that you like to work with, then take their answers and build content around what they've said their problems are or what their strengths are. On a macro level, you can do this on a much larger scale as well, looking at overall results and seeing where the key pain points are, speaking to those specifically. Another thing that you can do with this information is automate dynamic email sequences where once someone completes the quiz, instead of getting the same email every time saying, hey, you've completed the quiz, well done, they have something specifically tailored to their lowest scoring category, saying, hey, it looks like you're struggling in this area. I can help you out with this. Here's some content. Here's some next steps. Let's talk about it maybe. But yeah, something very different there for every person. And if you want to use AI and get that involved, you can make it super tailored, specific to all of the different questions that they've answered. The way to make sure that this quiz is valuable and gives real results, real insights, is to use indirect diagnostic questions, where instead of asking someone specifically what their problem is, ask questions where you can sort of glean that information. Not, is your arm broken, but does it hurt when I do this? Does it hurt when I do that? From this, we frame the answers as well to make sure that they're all at least somewhat positive or have a positive spin on them, so people aren't embarrassed to choose the lowest answer. No one wants to say that they're not good at something, so make it okay to say that. If you are interested in building a quiz like this, I highly recommend checking out Score App. They have a free plan. You can click a link down below to check it out. Or if you want a bit more help with it, going into how we actually set this up, how to structure the questions properly, you can check out my free community where I go over AI automation and how to build quizzes properly.